Hey everyone, Liam here and welcome to this match preview and prediction for the match between Stefanos Tsitsipas and Arthur Fils in the third round of the Rome Masters. Let's get into it. Before we get into the video, as always, if you enjoy the content on the channel, please like and subscribe. It really helps grow the QualityShot tennis community. We've got a matchup which, of course, we were expecting to see a full match between these two a few weeks back. In Barcelona, but Tsitsipas had to withdraw or retire to love down with an injury, and we didn't get to match up, which on the clay I'd like to see how it pans out when they're both at their best. It's an interesting one because, of course, Tsitsipas, in many of our minds is always going to be that guy who, he's beaten Nadal on clay, he reached the final of Roland Garros, was 2-0 up against Djokovic, he's beaten Federer at the Australian Open, he's got so many achievements under his belt, won the ATP finals, done so much in the world of tennis, especially when he was younger. But in the last few years, it seems like, it's just not really been there. He's won a few Masters here and there, and especially Monte Carlo has been a sacred ground for him, except for this year. So it's really something where, our memory of him at his peak really drives us and hopes that, makes us hope that he can bring that tennis back. But is it realistic? I'm not too sure at the moment. Obviously, he's one who isn't shy to say his opinion, especially about himself in the media, or he said, many times that the game has changed quite a bit, that it's, who can hit the hardest now. It's less, play style or sort of finding the angles. It's more, I can hit harder than you can't hit as hard as me. And it's just, that's what he's saying tennis has become. He's also said, we've always talked about his backhand, especially in the last few years, being something that he's struggled with. Now he's talking about his forehand being something that he really doesn't feel too comfortable on his forehand anymore. He's sort of trying to find his range, something that he's not used to, not having confidence in his forehand, because that's sort of, his shot that, has given him countless wins when his backhand has not been playing as well as it should have. So it'll be interesting coming into this one, because playing against Arthur Fils is never easy. Fils is a great player. He looked amazing in his second round win against Tom Griekspoor. I mean, just dominant from start to finish. But as with many players nowadays, you can beat some great players and have amazing performances one day and the next day not. And we've seen that with Fils, in Madrid, per se, against Comisana. The way he lost that match, I mean, being 5-1 up in the first set and losing it in straight, really, really shocking to see. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of Fils comes out tomorrow in this match against Tsitsipas. But I think it's going to be a very determined one, because he knows that he's not got that much leeway to play with if he wants to really prove himself, especially as this is the last big tournament before the French Open. So he wants to get as many reps under his belt before heading over to France. The head-to-head here, as I said, is 3-0 for Arthur Fils. Fils is ranked higher than Tsitsipas now. I think Fils is definitely going to play a very, very good game style in terms of playing with a lot of spin, making it a very, very heavy ball, quite high for Tsitsipas as well. He knows that's what's going to work best for him. It's his playing style, his natural playing style in the first place, and playing it against someone with a one-handed backhand is definitely going to allow him to sort of do it even better. Tsitsipas, especially not feeling it on his forehand, is going to give maybe shorter forehands, less powerful forehands. Fils can step in and attack the ball. On the serve, Fils is very good at the placement as well. So I realistically think it's going to be, it's going to be it could be a tight one where you would see maybe a tie break in this one, but I think Fils comes through this one and just really cements himself continuously as one of the next, as potentially one of the next top 10 players, because he's definitely got that level in him. Tsitsipas, we want to see him play better. We want to see him do better. If he wins this match, I'll be extremely happy, just because it's something that I think will help him continue getting over the mental blocks that he might have in his game. Winning Dubai was definitely one of them. He needs to find a few more throughout the season, so that hopefully he could, by the end of the season, he's in a place where he's getting back closer to that top 10, because right now he's falling down the rankings. So hopefully I'm proving wrong here, because I love to see Tsitsipas at his best, but I'm also not disappointed to see Arthur Fils play some absolutely great tennis.